This is Mad Hatter. I'm back in my Redstone Creative Test world, where today we're going to be adding on to our minecart stacker and unstacker, our minecart recycler, and finishing the user interface and a few of the safety features for this Seth Bling inspired infinite storage system for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Let's get started. So we're going to start by placing a hopper here. We're going to detect when an item enters or leaves this hopper, and when an item enters, we're going to move the minecarts from this area over top of the slime block. So to start with, we're going to push these out, place a block there, push it down, and we're going to place a block there. You may have a button there if you followed my instructions exactly, and place it there. So now we're just going to do, actually we'll just do redstone dust like that. We don't need these. I'll fill it back in with grass. Okay, so now this is going to cause this circuit to kick on. But what we're going to do is add some delay. So we're going to switch this from 1 tick to 4 ticks, and this one here from 1 tick to 4 ticks. And this is a late plan that I had. It ends up putting our safety system directly into our circuit we've already developed, which saves a lot of redstone components, which makes a big deal. So first thing we're going to do, just make sure that that turns on. Oh, that's what I forgot. I knew there was a reason why I had these out. I need a repeater here, so it's actually the correct signal strength. So repeater out first, then block and redstone down. Sorry about that. So now this is going to cause our device to start up. Okay, so now we're going to add a detection circuit to see when an item enters. I prepared a couple of inverters and a monostable circuit to do this. So first thing we're going to do, punch out a few of these, put a block here, and this is where our inverter is going to come in. And this is just a way I figured out how to do it. It doesn't mean it's the most compact or the best way. It's just something I know works. So if you have a better design, that is great. That I don't claim to know exactly the best way to do this, but I know a way to make it work. So now we're going to punch out this and feed it into a block. So at this point, I'm going to punch out some more. So just so that everyone knows where we're at, we're on the back side here. I'm going to punch out a few more blocks, and I'm going to place stone just so I know where the redstone is at. Now, I have this repeater, not going into a repeater fed into a block as hard powering, and then another knot here, and then a redstone repeater facing away from that torch, and a redstone repeater facing away from the block that powers the torch. The redstone repeater next to the torch needs to be set on 4 ticks, and the other one is just default. So now move some blocks here and add some redstone dust here. Now I'm going to again place some blocks and redstone dust here, and then a redstone torch right here. Now the way that this should work is when I go around front, I place an item in, and that moves over just before the slab starts going up and down. You see that? And it doesn't do anything at the end. So now I place one item in, and it goes over, shoots it into there, and comes back. So this is our safety feature and our start for our sorter. Now the next thing we need to do is actually route the minecarts away from this circuit when we choose the correct item. So let's do that next. Now we're going to use about the same falling edge monostable circuit that we used before. Again, I'm putting blocks down here just so that I can keep track of where redstone's lines are later, in case I need to dig underneath or go above or what have you. So this is where my comparator is going in, redstone repeater here, a torch down, torch up, redstone repeater here, set to 4 ticks, and then a block in front of it, which I'm going to place here and here, break this one, and place 1 piece of dust. Now, at this point, we're going to need some rails, so let's grab these, and we're going to need some dust as well, so place this and then come out this way. Doesn't really matter for now, we're just testing. So what I want to do is I want to place here, and you see how this turns right? Sometimes when you design this, it will not turn right when it's powered. So what you got to do, if it does turn, is place a torch here. Now, I know that seems a little bit silly, but just depending on if you build this rotated 180 degrees, you will have to change that torch or not that torch. Okay, now that the weather's cleared up, next we need to actually build our minecart return system and our minecart interface system. So this can be run any which way you like. What we're going to need is some power rails and some normal rails and some redstone blocks, or whatever power block you want to use. Redstone blocks are not required, but for me, I'm just going to route this right out front. One of the important things is, I need some normal blocks too, is you want to have a junction that is one way. And what I mean by that is when you go out to your interface, you want to go either drop the minecart or turn the minecart across a set of like 90-degree rails. So for what I'm going to do is I'm going to place redstone block here, and it won't fit like that, so I'm going to go out one more. Sorry about this. And redstone block here, and then this way, and then I'm going to start pillaring up and over with this next set of rails. So like, I'll just build it quickly and show you what I mean. This one here, powered rail, and let's put a redstone here. So now when the minecart comes off of here, it'll go around and it'll jump tracks over to the, I guess what we're calling the display track. And then one rail here, one here, and a block. So this is our display track. So the minecart comes across, goes onto the display track, and then now we can get it on top, keep going up, and then go across this way. Let's go up one more, and then across. And when we return the minecart, it'll come across here and go up. So this is a really basic interface. You can route this however you like. If you don't want the minecart to come across a track jump like this, you can have the rail come up and come over and drop down. That's what I did on this example over here. As you can see, I had a rail that comes over and then a rail that feeds back up, and it goes really high. But I think this is the least, if I can fly, least resource intensive way to do it. So you can make this however you want, but the last thing that we need is a little button here, and little button and then a hopper line. So button, and then a hopper line. This hopper line can go however you want it to. It does not matter. the longer the hopper line is, the longer it'll take for your sorter to kick in. So I'm going to place it here. We can place a block on top, and then I can grab some chests, and then chests. Doesn't matter what type of chest. And this is basically done. You can decorate it however you want. If you want to put stone blocks here, that's great. If you don't want to, if you want to put some other crazy contraption building around it, it doesn't really matter. This is your entire infinite storage system built. And this is completely usable. It doesn't do any sorting, but it's completely usable. So let's demonstrate that. So first we will place, let's just do slime blocks. All right, I'm going to push this button. Now let's do grass blocks. So put a couple grass blocks in there, and then let's say chests, I guess. Let's just do chests. So now if I push this button, all the minecarts are nice and stacked up over here, just like that. So if I want to request something, all I do is push Q on the item. I recommend using named items because named items will be unique, so you don't have to worry about filling your chest up and being clogged. So now you saw that guy took off around this corner, and he's right here. That's all there is to it. You can put as many minecart chests in here as you want. It takes a little bit longer to sort. If you choose to put ones of the same name in, you will have issues recalling them. So I'll place another one. Now let's do redstone rails. Just whatever I have in my inventory. It doesn't matter. So let's just toss a redstone rail in. Press Q. Once it gets filtered through all these hoppers, pushes around, pushes it down. See if we can get a good image of it. Oh, there it goes. That's all there is to it. That is the whole system built, and it is hard to break it the way I have it built right now. If you want to do anything different, you are more than welcome to. If you want to have a retrieval system, you can place a hopper here that will suck the first item out and fish it back into your chest here. It's all up to you. Those are some features that Seth added. I personally think that this is where I'm going to stop with the storage system, but you can do whatever you want at this point.
Well, there we are. We have it, an infinite storage solution on Bedrock. I know that this doesn't have a sorting setup. I have a couple ideas on how to do this. After playing with it for a while, I find that the storage in one minecart's not quite enough, so stuffing shulker boxes inside these minecart chests is how I'm planning on working on it. So hopefully next I'll start a project on an automatic shulker sorter. For now, you guys go ahead and get started. Build this thing up on your own. If I have any new updates or any new features I will add a new video and link it to this video in the end. Otherwise, there's going to be a couple links on the end card. You guys have fun. I'm going to keep playing around here.